Hey, what up out there, YouTube universe? It's the dark skin dancing American smoking a cool California one. And I just want to tap in with y'all about what's going on. So as you can see, it's a lot of turmoil going over this Charlie Kirk that got shot in the throat and hurt. But he passed away because he got murked. Situation where a lot of race fans is upset that you got a known speaker, the intelligent one, named uh, Tariq Nasheed. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to what he gotta say.
Right wing commentator slash suspected white supremacist Charlie Kirk was killed today in Utah.
On September 10th, 2025, Charlie Kirk was assassinated at Utah Valley State University. And of course, there were a lot of people that wanted to.
So a lot of people are upset at the fact that they mad at him posting this. I'm gonna show you what he posted. Hold on. So they was
commentary that Tariq Nasheed made. And not only did Tariq Nasheed make that particular statement, he posted something else on X, and it was this: "Rest in power, Charlie Kirk dapping up George Floyd." Down. This in particular got a lot of white people upset in the comment section, and people were seriously threatening Tariq Nasheed's life. This person says, "Yes, take this MNFer down. He's out here on LA with his racist ass friends. Not too hard to find." Okay, this is probably a person. That was just one. He also followed up with more posts about Charlie Kirk was a suspected white supremacist whose only claim to fame was deflecting from issues in the white community to scapegoat black people. Now, other white supremacists are carrying on that legacy by threatening HBCUs over Charlie Kirk being murked by a white man. Tariq Nasheed was not afraid in his commentary about Charlie Kirk. He kept on the offensive. "I see people are trying to rewrite history as far as Charlie Kirk. He had no major legislative achievements, no intellectual contributions, and no grassroots."
And did he lie? To me, he didn't lie. He didn't lie. He didn't lie. All he did was talk about things that the complexion for protection Mayo clans men's do, which is white supremacy and racist people. They have black conversations without a black person who's in the community that does good, stand up, hardworking American in the damn room. So they can sit here and just lash out all their anger and just build it all up so they can just erupt. So the funny part about this whole situation, right, is they trying to get on my boy for keeping it real. But they still haven't talked about the elephant that's staying in the room with him. And that's their own people. You see? And he would get to that in Charles.
Credibility. Now, grassroots credibility
goes around campuses talking about how violent black people are. His social media timeline goes on and on and on about how violent black people are. And he's out here in Utah, and in the middle of his speech discussing black gang violence, he gets shot by a...
Let me stop him right there. He in Utah. Nothing but Mayo people over there. Nothing but there ain't nobody like chocolate that come from from the land, which is American. There's none but Mayo people over there, and all their mindsets is the same. And I said this in my last video. It's funny because he loved to talk about black problems. He loved to confiscate and try to regulate with his ideology of white supremacy. And the last thing he commented was gangs, which means he was taking another shot at black folks, not knowing that he was going to get hit in the throat.
White man? Oh, God. Oh, no, I've been all types of N-words today. I've been all types of N-words, jigaboos. I've been everything. The white supremacists are losing their mind.
And the reason why they losing their mind, let's interject on the losing the mind. You have to look at everything, read the room, and stay on your grind. See, the problem was never black people. The problem is them. It's them. It's themselves. They are their own enemies because of the ideology of white supremacy. You understand? See, they've been killing each other since the beginning of my people building this nation. Foundational black with dedication to put the fabrics of the color on the Declaration. Just listen to what I'm saying. Just breathing in sensation. Just breathing in. I drop in all type of bars. That's what I do. Just made to be a star. So they always had this false narrative as if everything that's white is good and anything that's black and strong and dominant like myself is bad. If that narrative was true, if, Charlie Kirk, who got murked on television, okay? Don't give a damn if your feelings get hurt. His narrative was all the crime comes to people who look like me, or communities that are black communities and things of that nature. But he never stopped to think that somebody of his own plight would take him to the nether realms. Now, do you understand how? Just think about that. Just think about someone made their bones off of my people suffering. And now here it is. He get taken out by a group of people like him. It's amazing. It's amazing to see what really goes on. But they're going to blame a brother like this, because he's speaking up and he's doing this stuff. But they going to hate on him. They always do. They always do. When they have it. They don't speak up on right. They continue to do wrong and bolster it as if they have some type of virtue. When reality, they've been doing wrong since the birth of our nation. Since the times that we fought against the oppressors, and they became one of the colonizers themselves. But they would dress their history up as if they're really all about Americans. No, foundational black people are more American than any other culture that you can think of. Literally, we can't talk about patriotic because we've been in every war that the country has ever seen. And if you foundation black American, that means guess what? What ties you to this nation? Because they'll say your family was slaves. That's true. But they'll talk about the families that were black natives too. They don't give you that scoop. They just only talk about them. They don't talk about the ones who were already here. And because of the colonizing, you have some that they have actually erased the tribes. You got some, they still got some of the tribe blood in them. You got some, you spread it all around. So you got to know who's who when you talk living in our town. You got to know who got it in them and who don't. The only ones that don't got it in them, their family really not buried in the soil. That's the ones who ain't got it. The ones who do got family buried in the soil. He can give you the whole scoop. But anyway, going back to what I was about to say. So we get this, tighty whitey, didn't know who was gonna get hit in the throat. Well, I sit back and smoke some weed though. Remember these people talking about to read. I'm just loving it. But I want to listen to more. I want y'all to YouTube Universe. Tune in, hit subscribe, so I can always produce everything that gets your line in your body right.
So there he's talking about the post and how he's been attacked by white supremacists on his X account. But then he goes on to talk about all of the horrendous things that Charlie Kirk was saying about him.
So he's basically alluding to the backlash that he get when he's speaking truth to power, not a lie, not something that he made up, something you'll see, you can look up and see it. It's everywhere, when it comes down to white supremacy and the racist shit they do to black folks. They've been doing it to my people for a long time. So to break it down and throw it like judo, he's alluding that the backlash come, they're hitting up flooding his comments up, and he's just sitting back watching. They're giving them death threats and things of that nature. So now he goes in for a little more.
Blacks.
Charlie Kirk, for years, has sat up here and justified the murder and the harming and the subjugation of black people nonstop. Going all
I gotta stop. Just that part right there, don't give a damn what culture you is. If you hear that, first thing you're gonna say is, well, shit, I don't give a fuck about that motherfucker either. If they always talk about your damn culture left or right, first thing they do is cry wolf. He reminded me of the story they say about the little boy who cried wolf. Cried wolf, and the whole village run over there and see the wolf over there. He just lied. The boy did it again. I'm just telling you the story, how I, perceive it to be. He does it again. They think about it. They're like, nah, we got to go over there and see what he's doing. They go over there and see what he's doing. Ain't shit going on with him. The boy cried wolf again. The child really ain't listening to him. Like, nah, I ain't listening to your ass. You cried too much. Guess what? The wolf ate his ass up. And that's just what it is right now. That's what you see. Let's go ahead and
way back to Tamir Rice. There's tweets from him from 2013 justifying Trayvon Martin. I'm sorry. Caping for Zimmerman and justifying Trayvon Martin getting.
And for y'all don't know who Trayvon Martin is, was a young brother who was cut down at an early age. He didn't give me a chance to be an adult yet. And he had Skittles in his hand, and a white racist demon came out, followed him about 30 minutes or an hour or so, because I read about the story years ago, and gunned him down before he went to his dang house. That's what he's talking about. Proceed.
Hemmed up by Zimmerman. Charlie Kirk, his anti-black racism goes way back. You understand? This man has said all types of vile stuff about black people. Jacob Blake, remember he got shot out there? He was justifying that. Every black person with a decent job is a DEI hire, according to him. He denigrated black women. What did he say about Ketanji Brown and all that, saying that she's the DEI hire, affirmative action, saying that black women, basically, they don't have the brain processing power to be taken seriously. So you got to steal a white person's slot. He says stuff like this.
So this is why he's saying, look, this is why I'm going after the guy, because, hey, I'm not making fun of the fact that he died, but I'm not shedding any tears either. Literally, almost like verbatim. But then there were some people that came against Tariq Nasheed, and it was fresh and fit.
We're going to get after it.
Was fresh says this primate.
My video right now is, I'm not just showing the great Tariq Nasheed on his FBA conquest. I'm going to talk about that. I really want to show what it is when people put proof out there to people, and the people talking about they ready to have a debate. Yeah, you ready to have a debate if it depends on your life? See, foundational Black Americans, we already know about that, how to roll the dice. We know about it. We've seen our leaders, and he speak on one leader in particular. That's another one. I'm so glad I make this video. He talked about the king, who's one of the Black foundational American dreams. And this man have changed a lot in America. His death, his struggles, his penmanship when he was alive, forging impossible relationships. He was doing things that even right to this day can't be matched as far as just being a real great Black American citizen. That was so deep and so spiritual with his Christianity to where he would have people around the world looking up to him. There ain't a lot of people in America can say that. You know, if a person tried to replicate what he do now, they'd be either kidnapped or, God forbid, they'd be dead some damn where. Huh? Let's be real. Come on now. It's not another. And I remember he commented on him too, but I'm going to let him get into it.
Has no heart or respect. That's Walter Weeks calling somebody a monkey.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the think you is?
And then Myron, basically, he's replying to Tariq Nasheed's post with George Floyd with RIP. You're the biggest piece of S I've ever seen.
Stop the cap.
And Myron would then go on the offensive against Tariq Nasheed.
Tariq Nasheed, man. Charlie Kirk goes around to campuses talking about how violent Black people are.
So what you hearing is the op who is sitting somewhere behind something. He won't tell him in his face. I guarantee he won't walk up his face say that shit. He's somewhere sitting comfy, trying to get some white people butter biscuits. So he's going after Tariq, which is hilarious to me. It was like, he ain't got a shot. He's just doing this for money. He already went to debate and he schooled him, but okay.
The social media timeline goes on about how violent Black people are. And in the middle of his speech discussing Black gang violence, Charlie gets shot by a white man.
Miralax works.
Was he lying? Y'all can tell me something. Did he get killed by somebody Black? Because remember, if you listen to his dialogues, he always cried about Black crime. Yeah, I don't care who's looking at this. YouTube universe. Do the damn thing because you heard it first. I'm trying to get to you to just show proof. I'm only showing what he is showing everybody else, which anybody can look up.
As you can see, Myron doesn't have any response to what Tariq Nasheed wrote. Because in all actuality, what Tariq Nasheed wrote is correct. I mean, you can feel any kind of way you want to feel about Tariq Nasheed or anybody who's saying this, but Charlie Kirk was, at the time of his passing, talking about Black gang violence. He was shot by somebody Caucasian. The person of interest is white. He was not shot by a Black person.
Hold on. I want to show the gunman. We get it all locked in. So we'll know that this whole, Black crime thing is just a lie. In fact, we more American than most white folks. Because we hold the declaration because we helped build the nation. We basically built it damn nigga. We got a lot of inventors. You can't argue with that. Over 5,000 patents. That's ridiculous. Here you go. Hold on, let me get a little closer view so y'all can see that. That looks like a straight up your everyday, Eminem listener to Eminem was fire. Just looking at his whole diagram, probably was listening to Renegade before he went up there and blew his ass away. Hey. See, I know what to say. He didn't have an AK, but there was a lot of things opened up that day. Tell you, I dropped bars because I've always been a star. Going back to what I was saying, right? He talked about my people, me in general, because that's who he targeted most of the time. That's when he had this big old rally. People was loving him. He's just so adored over there in the Mayo land. And because they made this make-believe land of white supremacy, follow me, fam. Somebody like him let him know that, that he sent it to his neck on the respect. You understand that? Because I'm a ghetto vet. So it don't matter if you want to trip. Anywho, that's what happened to the dudes. He was talking about black people and an assassin, a white man. Okay, fam? Wow, a white man silenced him. You talking about an assassin? I'm listening to ex-Marines, I'm listening to ex-snipers, ex-Navy SEALs, and they said the shot was amazing. It was an amazing shot. That, to trust that one shot that killed and it was real, if you understand it, and how I feel. So I just want to drop it down to you. It ain't taking a pill. I'm just chill. So I'm giving it to you like you're supposed to hear it, so you can be committed. Just press like and subscribe so I can get with it. Look, the dude, if you look at the dude, the everyday white man, he listening to Eminem. If I was to see him on the street, let's say I just bump into this is an assassin that he claimed in his mind, if he was here, even though he got taken out already, that someone like me would be more likely to hurt him. Right? If we just listen to it. But let me get back to the assassin who silenced him. Looks like he listened to Eminem. He was listening to Renegade. I don't know if y'all ever heard his. It's a hot song now. And he went in there. And, got on that roof because you can see him jumping off the roof. Y'all seen the whole video of it, and he just locked in. And even some vets is saying, "Hey, that was pretty impressive. 200 yards. It was pretty impressive. And nobody else got hit. It was deep. You know what, man? Some people probably was excited when it happened. I think I seen the video. I don't know if I want to go to that video because it's gonna be a lot, y'all. I might do that in my next video. Okay, fam. I might do it on my next video. So I just want y'all to know. So I might do it on my next video to subjugate and educate white supremacy. How they feel that not only that they're the dominant one financially, that they can do no wrong spiritually, which is not the truth. And you see it real proof. My name is Drew. So I'm watching, I'm learning, I'm seeing what's going on, and I'm gravitating to what's going on. I'm gravitating to it because that's what it do. And this dude had made his bones off of my people suffering. And to me, how I'm looking at it, because I get deep. Pete, I honestly think it's just a time for everything to come back full circle. You know, he used his tongue in vicious ways about people who ain't no longer here today. And look, somebody unalived his ass that wasn't even black. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Just think about what I just said. Take another. Yeah, think about it. Like, you know, think about what I just said though. Like, you know, it's hilarious. It's hilarious because if you really look at the whole situation and what's going on, you know, people reap what they sow. And no matter what a person say and do, if you breathe in negativity and that's what you live and you hope to inspire and you can talk about a culture that his people has victimized for over hundreds of years already with this economic warfare they got going, and we're not even knowing that we built the nation and if you got reparations and put the imprint in declarations, when things don't get into the mind of knowing that we're Black and Foundation, you wouldn't even understand how this is a sensation. You wouldn't even understand. And people like me understand. That's why I'm making this video. And I hope y'all press like and subscribe. And I'm going to do this again. So the dude we just showed, the suspect that we showed, looks like he's an Eminem lover, you know, bumping some Dr. Dre or something, you know, NWA. Go in there, and you just never know. He might pass me by. I'm walking to the store. He that type. He looked like that type. He don't look all crazy looking and deranged. He look like a normal white dude that would just, you know, you go to work, you go get some speakers or something. He listen to his music, listen to your music, and we, you know, that's what he look like. He don't look. I mean, if you just look at just the whole, excuse me, if you look at what matured out of all of this, there's a lot of things matured out of this. You see more of the assassin that has silenced him, and then you'll see more videos. You probably will see other people commenting, and you know, you got to see a lot of different stuff, right? And how I'm looking at it is we get more as the day get older. You know what I'm saying? I still see one of the clips. Somebody got a picture of him where he's holding his throat and he's falling back real fast. But I don't know if they blurred all the, you know, there's a lot going on. Some people videos and pictures is different because some people got the raw footage and some people just kind of got the hand-me-down footage. You know, if you notice online, just saying, and then you got something that got the, you like, oh, and like I said, it was somebody who was celebrating there. I don't know if I want to show that person, but I'm not even gonna do it. But it's true because somebody else got it. It's another person that got it, and I seen it. I was looking like he was really celebrating. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell people how to feel and shit. You did. You could try, but shit, you know, look at you and laugh like You know, people real. They got some real ass people in the world. You like it or not? You know, like, oh, yeah. I'm full of real people. YouTube universe. Do you? Nobody change it. Don't like it. Oh, what? Give a fuck. What you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Don't be like the other person talking out the side of his neck. You know? Just on some respect. I'm just dropping verses and rhymes like a ghetto vet. You heard it first. That's why I got to spit. You know what I'm saying? It's all documented, implicated, and heavily faded. YouTube universe. You. As long as I look at it in my life, I can treat people how I want to be treated. I don't harm nobody. I'm well aware of my surroundings, and that's how I think life should be. You do you. Keep that mindset. You should go for. You know. You gotta remember one thing: no personal lie can put you in hell or heaven. It can take you out of this motherfucker, though. You know, like old boy did. Straight to the neck, spec and shit. That was impressive. Real. We talking about just shooting. He had the boat rack. It was up there 200 yards to the neck. Ooh. Man, that was an impressive shot on the spot. I know that bullet was hot. And I could see, I remember seeing one of the footage when he jumped back and it hit him. He just jumped back. Like he think he would get shot. And that shit said, he was like, oh. He couldn't even criticize black people like he always do because he was going to do it. As soon as he got the word out, gangs and bullet. Gang that. You know? Yeah. So that's the last thing he said. And he was criticizing what he made money off of. So he would rally the white supremacists with this ideology, the false ideology they made up in their own minds. They were raised with. Because they do it traditionally. They raise their kids and do it. And then that's how they get in and involved. And so the displaying the spirit amongst black people, you're in. That's automatic in. Oh, you do that? Oh, come on in. Give them some butter biscuits. Jump. But then he know somebody was out for his throat. Let the gun smoke. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm colder than the polar bear's toe. I'm quick to catch a bad, clean hoe. For sure. Do for the car, cash, and clothes. I've always been a pro. I want at least 8,000 zeros. So, once again, YouTube universe, you press like and subscribe, and I'm just going to keep giving it to you in real time. And if you look at the dude's background, right? Let's get back to him. There's a lot been said, a lot been done.
The Twisted Tea is refreshing.
And you reap what you sow. That's what I mean by you reap what you sow.
trying to move the goalpost. And what happens next is shocking.
This is precisely why people like
I can't really listen to BS because if you look at it, people bring bad stuff on themselves. You know, to ask why somebody's fate is sealed is ridiculous because the path they choose, you know, he was on the wrong side of history, dude. So come on now. And again, he was talking and making his ends meet on black people's suffering. And somebody he didn't even think, which was white, silenced him. So I want y'all to understand how I'm getting all lyrically invicted. This dude will come out of his way to be very, very, how would I say, divided. He would divide more than help. And he speak division instead of speaking of something that can coexist with people. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't on nothing peaceful. I mean, you just gotta understand. You know, he didn't understand that it was all over for him, man. That's why we out here smoking. It's not hard to do to live by the American way. And to me, he didn't live by the American way. And he died a vicious way. If you ask me what I gotta say. See, it's not a silhouette white supremacist dream. That's not the American way. The American way is to treat people how you want to be treated with respect every day. That is the American way. And it's not representing things that implement hatred for one another. Because in that case, you're not talking about, helping the community because you're bringing division. Once you already gripped financially snatched from a culture, then turn around and use the deaths as something to come up like a vulture. And you wonder why that bullet went right through his throat. Just he couldn't even criticize black people as soon as he tried to. That gang hot stuff started flying through. You can't treat people like that. He been treating people like his people is the only right. It's far from the truth. This radical way of thinking has got him in a situation where he ain't here no more. He put himself in that was very uncomfortable. His last breath. So, I want y'all to understand, YouTube universe, that, it is a true American way, and he never represented that at all. At all. Like, I done seen footage of him already. I didn't know who he was when he got. I ain't gonna lie. When it happened to him, I didn't know who he was. I ain't gonna lie. But now that I look and see him, yeah. So now I'm looking at it half-eyed, cock-eyed, like, like, I don't know about this shit. And then I'm hearing people defending him. He's some type of great American with that much division he was spewing, that don't make somebody a great American at all. I make him the opposite. He more of like a damn domestic terrorist. I'm just being honest. Some people probably called him that, or maybe even worse, but from listening to him and what he did in the past, yeah, he was a damn domestic terrorist. Going out spewing white supremacy and hate, and he liked the guns too, I heard. He loved guns. He wanted to keep his guns. If it was up to him, he'd probably have it to where they can use the guns and won't get prosecuted for it. You understand? So I look into that. I'll be real. Like, I gotta re-look into some of the. You can't be no great American if you want more guns and all this old crazy shit that he wanted. And again, it's a price to pay, especially when you're talking about a whole culture. You have built this nation from scratch, and you over there being a vulture. And look what it got you. You did. That's what you see. The reason why I'm making these videos is just an example to see, YouTube universe. If you're out there, press like and subscribe. But I want y'all to see how the world is. He made his bones off of talking about my people suffering. And a white person, he didn't believe they could do it, went over there and silenced him. That's the bore of his life. It ended right there. This is an example, YouTube universe. Some people's spirits can't even handle, but it's so deeply, and it ain't a scandal. All right, YouTube universe, let me slide up out of here. I'm gonna let y'all do you. That's probably better now. Until the next video.